Welcome back, code breakers. So here's the thing that got me. You give it one photograph, just a still, a person standing there doing nothing, and then you give it a video of somebody dancing, and it puts your person into that dance. Not roughly, not a wobbly approximation you have to forgive. Properly. It's called Wan Animate 2, and it runs in ComfyUI on your own machine, and I'm going to walk you through the whole thing. What to download, where it goes, and the handful of settings that actually matter. Stick with me, it's genuinely not hard. Now, two things before we touch a single file. First, your ComfyUI needs to be up to date. These nodes arrive on version 0.32.0. If yours is older, they just won't be there. So there's no custom node pack to go and find because there isn't one. Update ComfyUI and they appear on their own. Second, you need a decent card. The model file on its own is 16.5 gigs, so it isn't a small GPU job. I'm not going to give you a minimum because I've only run it on mine. And that's setup done. No custom nodes at all. Everything here is already built into ComfyUI, so nothing you install today can break a setup that's currently working. If you're running an agent by now, you already know how easy this has got. If you're not, you probably don't realize yet. Okay, so 5 files. The folders are on screen and every download link is in the notes box inside the workflow itself, so you're not scrabbling around trying to find the right repo. The VAE is just a standard 2.1. You've almost certainly got that already. The workflow itself is on codebreakers.site, free, and the dance clips I'm using are up there too. So you can follow along with the same footage and compare what you get against what I got. Load it up and it only wants 3 things. A reference image. That's who your character is. A driving video. That's the movement you want copied, and some text, which handles the background and the camera. Now, here's the good part. There's no pose extraction. No skeleton, no key points, no preprocessor stage to set up. You hand it the raw video and it works the movement out for itself. If you came from version 1, that whole middle layer has gone. 6 settings, and copy them exactly. Steps is 6. Sampler LCM, CFG to 1, and the Latex 2V LoRa at strength 1. Shift is 5. One warning worth stopping on. If you download the distilled weights instead, you want a completely different recipe. 10 steps, EULA, no LoRa at all. They're 2 completely different recipes. Half of one and half of the other gives you mush. Pick a lane and stay in it. There are 2 text boxes and they want completely different things, so let me be clear about this bit. The positive box is looks only. Who your character is, what they're wearing, where they are, something like a woman in a red dress in a warehouse, lighting coming through the high window. No movement words in there at all. The positive pose box is the movement and nothing else. Dancing, fast footwork, arms high, and that's all it needs. Leave the second box empty and it falls back to your main prompt, which isn't what you want. So put something in it. So I put proper dancing through it. Fast movement, full body, the hard stuff. Watch the hands, watch the hair. Nothing's sliding, nothing's melting. The body stays coherent the whole way through. The characters hold, same face, same clothes, start to finish, through movements that should have fallen apart. And I'll say it, this is the best motion transfer I've seen. Not the best free one, this is the best. Right, a few things worth knowing before you start. You render at 720. Don't drop to 480 to save time. 480 was built for low VRAM fallback. It was never what this model was built for. 720 is where it actually lives and the difference in quality isn't subtle. Match your reference to your driving video. Now if a faithful copy is what you're after, roughly the same pose on the opening frame and the same framing. Full body to full body, close up to close up. That's the reliable route and it's where I'd start. But then break it on purpose. This is the bit I'm most interested in. Put a crop node in front of your driving video and feed it just the top or just the bottom, and you're handing the model a different slice of the movement than it's expecting, and some of what comes back is genuinely surprising. So I'm still playing with it. I don't have it pinned down yet, but I think there's something big in there and I'd rather you go and find out for yourself. Play around with the settings because you can take a portrait and generate a 16:9, give it a body it can read, visible joints, clothes that move. So it's working out the anatomy from what it can see, so don't bury your character in armor. Set pose end percent to about 0.7. The movement is locked in early, so easing off towards the end loosens the hands and face without touching the choreography. and it doesn't resample your video. Frames go in one by one, so if your output looks sluggish, it's not the model. Your source clip is the wrong frame rate. Fix that before you render, not afterwards. Which brings me to the best trick I've got, and it comes straight out of that. Fast dancing travels a long way between frames. The model is reading those frames one at a time. So when the gap between them is big, there's a movement in there that it never gets to see. It's not that it's failing, you just never gave it the movement in the first place. So don't hand it the fast version. Run your driving video through Rife first. Interpolate it. Slow it right down. Same dance, far more frames, and now the gap between each one is tiny. Feed that to the model, it catches everything. All the little bits of movement that were failing between the frames before, and then you just speed it back up in your editor. You get your original tempo back, and all that detail baked in. Rife, then the model, then speed it up. That's it. And if you're working with anything fast, it changes what you get back. Okay, I hope this has been useful. The workflow's on codebreakers.site. It's free. So I put some dance clips up there so you've got something to test straight away. Go and put something through it. And one last thought, because it's been sitting with me. I'm not sure we can go back to the old days, not really. And I find that a slightly frightening prospect. Properly addicted to the machine, man.